Hello and welcome to Last Stand Gamers Zombie Survival Guide. This is episode 10 of a 13-part series addressing everything from basic survival tips to advanced features of the Arma 2 game engine. And this episode, I'll be covering PvP tactics. We've all been there when your heart's racing, that contact could only be inches away from you. So who's it going to be? Is it going to be you or is it going to be him? Who is going to make this survival? Who's going to continue on living and who's going to lose all the gear and have to respawn? So hopefully if you pay attention to this guide and subscribe, maybe at the end you'll be able to continue on for another day. So let's look at how we make our mistakes first before we start learning. Basically, here we have a panic situation. The players ran up the stairs, I've panicked, he's expended his ammunition, and I've managed to finish him off. Obviously we don't want to be gambling like that in every situation, so let's look at some basic features first. Let's talk about cornering. Cornering is one of the most important features. If you haven't noticed, all players in Arma 2 are only right-handed, so that means if you assault a position from the right-hand side of a door, it puts you at a considerable advantage because you're going to have to expose over 50% of your body before you can actually get your barrel around. Otherwise, if you swap to the other side and assault from the left side, you're going to make a much smaller target for someone inside that room to hit, making the playing field a lot more easy and level. Let's talk about slicing the pie. Basically, this is a tactic to break up that room into as many segments as possible so you can check it as clear as you may make it from outside before you have to enter. So let's have a look from inside. As you can see, it's leveling the playing field, making it a lot easier for the player inside to miss and a lot easier for the player outside to get that quick shot off that he needs. Let's talk about team clearing. Of course, working together is going to make it a lot easier. None of you are going to have to watch 360. That means you're all going to have to watch in each other's sectors, and you have to be moving as smoothly as possible. Some warnings I do recommend is don't get too tightly packed together, or you could easily all get shot, or even worse, you could break someone's bones just by simply pressing them too hard in a corner. There's a lot of little glitches like this, but you just have to forgive them if you want to survive in such a massive open world environment like Arma 2. So let's continue on. We're going to take a look at throwing devices. From the simplest tin can to the most advanced smoke grenade, these devices are all made to either stun, kill or disorientate that enemy in the room without you actually having to enter and do it yourself. So let's talk about this situation. Firstly, what you're going to need to learn is you're going to have to learn how to throw it. Anyone can throw a grenade, but not anyone can throw it into that small little room there. Even myself struggles sometimes at this, and this is why I'm going to teach you how to do it properly. So in any situation like this, what you need to do is if you panic, you get it wrong, you need to think on your feet, you need to improvise and you need to take him out from a different angle. And that's exactly what was going through my head here. I was thinking he's watching that door, he's going to be watching it with his life, but will he watch me come around this corner? No, he's not. And exactly, I get the advantage because I'm thinking on my feet and he's just panicking. Right, let's talk about grenade throws. There's three sorts of grenade throws we can do. The first one is a 3-second hold. This is the longest one you can do. It throws at about 30 meters. Obviously, the higher you angle it, the further it will throw it, but remember, they can explode in mid-air, causing absolutely no damage at all to the enemy. The second one is the 15-meter throw. The 15-meter throw is about a 1-second hold, and it'll drop it 15 meters in front of you, perfect for getting it over a low-level fence. The final one is the door throw. Obviously, what you need to do is aim the screen at the corner edge of the door. You might not have the assist that I do, due to I'm playing it on an easy difficulty server. And what you want to do is account for each little door. So say this one's got a little bit of a block on the left side. What I'm going to do is adjust for it, move my cursor a bit over to the right and drop it in there. And obviously, as soon as your grenade goes in, you want to go in straight after it, as tightly as possible. What I'm going to quickly do now is demo to you what happens if you just accidentally click with a grenade. As you can see, it drops it a few inches in front of you. Maybe it's enough in some situations, but be careful. And remember, after using the grenades, switch back to your primary weapon, so in the middle of a firefight you don't just drop a grenade in front of yourself. Let's have a look at the main PvP areas. As you can see, here they are. What you'll find in many of these situations will be relying on a lot of these techniques. You'll be cornering, slicing the pie, and doing all these things, and if you remember them, you'll probably do them without even thinking, and that's even more importantly. Moving on to the fatal funnel. The fatal funnel is any doorway, anywhere you're exposed to one direct line of fire that you can't check, or you can't slice, or you can't divide. So as you can see, I'm entering the barracks area. We all know it's a really high risk area, and normally every time you come in here there's either someone walking past or there's someone in the room. So what you want to do is slice up these doors as much as you can. Before you look in a room, you want to be looking around you want to be looking from different angles, and you want to take them down as effectively as you can if you do meet a contact. Obviously, once you've taken a contact down, there could be someone else with him, so look around and don't just start looting the body like I see a lot of people doing. Okay, let's move on. Sometimes you're going to have to mix up the skills a little bit differently. You might have to try something different, you might have to take a different corner. And remember, if you're working together, use that other guy to cover you while you're looting. There's no point of two guys in one room looting and one guy runs in and kills you both. And remember, when you're opening any door, always try to remain that element of surprise and take them from a confusing angle and to work it to your effect. So hopefully you'll survive a little bit better in that close quarter situation now, and I'll see you next time.